Alright, welcome to another day of the shop. I've been working on my wife's Ford Expedition. It's a 2008 model. What's going on with it right now is I have a massive power steering leak. Come to find out, I don't know how many other engines are made this way, but Ford decided to implement a power steering cooler in with their AC condenser. So the whole deal with that is, if you can see, let's see if we can get this hole back here. You can see it, it's all full of power steering fluid, because the first, I don't know, 2 or 3 inches of the top section of the condenser is actually a power steering cooler, and it apparently has a crack or something in it. Every few days I'm filling up the reservoir down here, and it's about an inch below the minimum line, and I just filled it up 2 days ago. So we're leaking pretty heavily. So I bought a transmission cooler, which should work and be the cheap addition to not having to buy an entire condenser and go have the AC redone. Pop these lines off, put them on the cooler, put the cooler on the condenser or the radiator, and should have a fix. So let's see how this goes. Alright, so I went to my local parts store, shouldn't matter which one you go to, and opted for a trans cooler that was big enough that I thought would be sufficient to make up the room that has the other one. So a 4-row transmission cooler, I think 12 inches by 10 inches, or actually no, it's definitely not 12 inches by 10 inches. That's what I was told, but it's doesn't really say on here. So as you see though, it's about 5 inches by probably about 10 or 12 inches. So it should work. It comes with the cooler, it comes with the line itself, and a couple of adapters and other things to make this work. So we're going to pop this grill off and start from there, and once we get that done, we're going to switch everything over, and hopefully I don't have to make another parts run to get some adapters or anything. So let's begin. So take this grill off after taking off all those other little snap-in pins. Got a T30, fits the front of the grill here. Just pop all these off, pull this grill off, and we'll have access to the back. So let's get there. Alright, so you see all this fluid leaking down. I'm guessing the crack is somewhere up here where the thicker power steering lines go through. So the plan is to get to these lines right here, which takes a hard line right here and a soft line down here, and remove them further up here and place the cooler up here. So let's see if this thing will fit. It should. Let's see why it shouldn't. Alright, well, it'll be snug. Snug as a bug in a rug. There we go. Alright, so it'll be real snug back there. Can you do it up here, or I can put it down here. Which down here would probably be more accessible and easier to get to. But I don't think it really matters. So we're going to figure out what we got to do and make this happen so that we can get some airflow the way we need it. So let's start pulling this thing apart. headlight out, which I got to replace the driver's side headlight anyway. It's got these little snaps that snap into the fender here and in the front grille right here. It's gonna be fun to deal with because I don't want to deal with all that. I'm gonna have to. 2 bolts on top, it just slides out. So looks like I'm hoping I can just maybe slide this out just a little bit with undoing these, maybe, and get better access to these lines. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll find a different way. So let's pop this off. Removal of one of these headlights takes a little finesse. First you get this one. This is the main one. That little button right here is what you clip. This is the other side one. The button's on the top right there. You gotta wiggle it a little bit. This bottom one, you might as well take the bulb out like that. And the only way to really do it, come in with a screwdriver, a little pin right there, lift it up, pull that out. So it'll clip right back into place once you get it back in there. And these go in a certain way. There we go. Make sure we don't damage those. Get all that out of the way. Alright. Now the support is loose, so that helps out. Now I have a lot better access right here, because this is our problem area. Right here, across here, there's a break in this section right here, and it's leaking out. So, I'm gonna pull these off and go from there. Alright, got my trusty gloves on so I don't get power steering fluid all over me. Alright, so going through this, I'm learning some stuff. This hose right here is cracking, and I mean, it's a Ford issued hose. Technically, I guess I could, which I might do instead. I was going to cut this one over here, but with this hard line, I'm not sure, because you got this flex line up here that connects here, and it looks like I could probably just pop this line off and use the supplied line right here and just go around and go down to here. So I might do that because I got enough line instead of cutting up this one. Otherwise, if I don't, I'll cut this right here. The possibility is there. I might just do that because it reroutes it the way I need it, and I shouldn't have any issues. So, but anyway, got one plug on this one. Don't have one that fits this one right now, but I'll clean it up and figure something out with that. Got an adapter piece in here to go to the other hose, so I can just hook it on there. And then I'm gonna mount the cooler right up here because it's just easiest up there, and I can get to everything I need to because I've pulled everything else out right now and it's working. So let's handle it. Alright, so we cut that hose and put a clamp on it right there. It'll zoom around. It goes up under the support right here. Here's the other one right here. and these both go in front like so. And they'll both fit, and put the power steering cooler right there. So now we got to mount the power steering cooler up under here, and yeah, so we're trying to figure out the best way to do that. So let's get it done. Alright, so I'm getting this installed now. It's holding pretty good. It shouldn't vibrate or hit too much. I'm going to secure it down a little bit better, but as of right now it's pretty much in there. I don't see it moving a whole lot. So right now I've got these little doohickeys down here. Probably put the second set on here in just a minute. But I'm going to cut these off with a big old razor blade. So we're installed. Make sure that this thing is vibrate proof and not going anywhere. Alright, now we're going to cut the lengths of hose to fit where they go. This thing should shove back far enough, and these two hoses should match up and go through this section right here and not cause any issues, hopefully. There we go. Alright, so this is the way they're going to go. Top and bottom, top and bottom. So now that we got all this in order, we can start pushing stuff back and getting it back in place and securing those. Alright, lines are in, lines are on, secured. Shouldn't do too much, shouldn't wiggle around, shouldn't create damage anywhere. So if it does have any rubbing issues or anything, I'll solve that. Looks good. Like it's right where it needs to be. So the next thing I'm going to do is start putting everything back together and making sure that everything fits properly where it needs to fit. Alright, so we're going to turn it on and check for leaks. Let's start it. Alright, we're going to put some fluid in it. There's a lot of fluid in it. Let's top this thing off. Alright, let it go down a little bit. I'll put some more in it once we crank it up and get some of this fluid through it. Start it up again. Alright, so it's whining a little bit. Getting in the fluid. There it goes. Getting the fluid. Alright. And a lot of fluid. Not seeing any leaks. Alright, well, everything looks good, so I'm going to start throwing this thing back together. So, next time you'll see it, it'll be back together. Ready? BAM! At least everything's kind of put back together. This headlight, H13. This is the dual light that goes in the back of the headlight lens. So, I'm going to slice my hand open and get this. Alright, so the way to change this out, you can take this whole thing off, which makes it a whole lot easier. Twist that, boom. Old, new, going in. Find the correct little hole that it goes in, somehow, some way. Turn until it does go in, or tries to go in. Oh, there we go. Alright. Alright, it is in. So, now we can click all this back in. Click. And bottom. Click. Alright. Easy going. You're putting these tabs back in. Adjusting this in like so. Push in. In. Alright. Bolt. Bolt. Top. And finito. Alright, now let's put this other part back on. Alright, well, we're done. Yay! Easy fix. Gotta check my headlight, but other than that, it should work. It's brand spanking new. It's a decent priced one. So, grille's all back together. Push this back in a little bit better. Pull it from the back and get it in there. But other than that, we've got the power steering cooler in there, and it's right back there. It looks pretty and nice and shiny. So, if you have any questions on this, feel free to comment. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If it helped you, give me a thumbs up. If it doesn't, give me a thumbs down. Let me know what you have a question with, a concern with, what you disliked about it, so I can change up whatever I'm doing or anything else like that. But like I said, thanks for tuning in. Check out some of our other videos. The Subaru, Camaro, 240 convertible, or the boats or the do-it-yourself deals that I've got on there. So check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Until next time.